If your social media content relies on you finding time to film, you've already lost. Most business owners only create content on social media when they feel like it. And as a result, they push it off, get busy, and disappear for weeks at a time. And when they do finally film, it feels rushed, unplanned, and honestly just flat out terrible. So they quit from burnout. In this video, I'm gonna show you the 2 proven systems that we've implemented with dozens of clients over the last 3 years that keeps content consistent, scalable, and honestly, hands-off for most business owners, so you can grow your brand online without it taking over your life. So hopping straight into things here, the first system we are going to cover is creating a consistent filming schedule. And now there's 3 different ways that you can go about doing this: monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly. Monthly and bi-weekly are specifically what I offer with my agency, and it's what I think is the most strategic for business owners, primarily because you can either compact your entire filming for the month into one shoot, which usually for us is about 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, or bi-weekly shoots that are about 3 to 3.5 hours each. Up to you. For my team specifically, we have a role of a content researcher who is responsible for the idea curation and scripting of all client videos based on the client's ideal client profile, the remix strategy, the 6 content styles. Those 2 things I've covered on this channel before. If you're curious about those content strategies, you can click up above to go watch that video. And the areas of opportunity for virality within the business. And now when the content researcher is putting together these shoot briefs, the reason we do this is because we give this to the videographer. We also give it to the client so that they can share it with their team and they can kind of plan ahead. We like to give it to them about a week in advance, just so if they want to have specific employees on site for that day for a specific video, they have plenty of time to do that. They can also book things if they need to book things, but we like to give it to them 7 to 10 days ahead of time. And I also mentioned giving it to the videographer. This is primarily just so they know what equipment they need to bring for that specific shoot. But to kind of give you guys a look into what these actually look like, this is a cooking client of ours specifically. Usually we have a page that talks about the equipment needed for that shoot. This was honestly a super easy one. Just needed an iPhone tripod, mics, and lighting, but most of the time we'll also have like a 4K camera, gimbal, lav mics, and shotgun mics, different things on here. And then we usually break it up by, I guess, style or video structure. For here, since she does cooking, we have all of our recipe videos. We like to give a concept, a shot list, a reference video. The reference video is playable on these shoot briefs that we give to clients. Sometimes we'll have specific hooks that the client needs to say verbatim on site. And then if there is scripting, we usually bullet point it. In the case of this client, since it's a chef, she's kind of just talking through the ingredients and how she's cooking the shit in the video. And that's pretty much what these look like. If we go towards the end of the brief, we have our trends. This is where, you know, we're doing a get ready with me in the style of Ashton Hall, a get ready with me in the style of, I think this is, who's a blonde girl? Popular blonde girl that does get ready with me's. We have day 1 of documenting my workday. Series are super popular on Instagram right now, so we included 2 examples of series that are going viral on Instagram, and then encouraged her to start her own series where she goes and works at an 8-figure company as the CFO. She has a husband, so we have a couples challenge here with the actual challenge video that she just needs to recreate. And that's essentially it. Depending on the industry, these are structured slightly differently, but most of them are always going to have a hook, bullet point scripting, a concept kind of, you know, overview of just what the video is, shot lists, reference videos, and then we always make sure to include the reference videos on the document like you see right here so that the client and the videographer can both play them on their phones as they're looking at this if they need to see specifically how the video is going to come out at the end. And then I also mentioned the videographer. We specifically contract these videographers, and the videographer is specifically responsible for traveling to the client, filming the content from the shoot briefs the content researcher provided, and then organizing and uploading the footage after the shoot. You can do this in Google Drive, WeTransfer, Dropbox, you know, whatever footage transfer system you want to use. We use Dropbox and Google Drive. And now if you're a business that's wanting to implement this specific system, you're going to need to contract a client researcher and a videographer. I'm gonna go over how to find videographers later in this video if you stick around. Content researchers are relatively easy. You can just find high schoolers, college kids. It's a relatively entry-level position. You could also find people on Fiverr or in your Instagram DMs that can probably do it. It's relatively simple to find somebody that can put these together. The hard part is going to be training them on doing actual proper content research if they don't know how to do it already. I have also made videos on this channel before that talk about how I do content research. So if you want to check those out, up there again, there's the video if you want to go watch that. Usually you can get these people to make these types of shoot briefs. This one specifically has 12 ideas. Usually ours have 12 to 14 for about 2 weeks. If that's what you're wanting and you want 2 of those a month, usually it's going to cost you around $200, $250 a month. And then if you just want one shoot brief, that's 30 ideas for the month. It's also probably gonna be around that same price. Saves you a lot of time, and that's part of the reason that I said that this is the most strategic for business owners. Next, we have the weekly filming. This is primarily what I would say for personal brands or solopreneurs if you have to kind of make the content and plan all the content, do that yourself. This is the most time-effective way that I've seen people do it, and it's what I recommend with coaching clients and with agency clients that film personal brand stuff outside of what we do for their business. You essentially have the 2-day system or the 1-day system. The 2-day system has a research day and a filming day. Since you're the one that has to do them yourselves, I don't recommend doing this all in one day. It's just gonna be completely overwhelming. So I recommend splitting them up. But your goal here is to get content to cover the following week of content. And the research you're gonna be doing, again, is based off of your ideal client profile, the remix strategy, the 6 content styles that I think every business owner should be making, and areas of opportunity for virality within your business, similar to what I just talked about in the other strategy for the businesses. And now, as I showed you in the shoot brief earlier, what you wanna be planning is your hooks, your talking points, your shot lists, and if you wanna have reference videos, you can have reference videos, but those first 3 are going to be the most important so that when you have that all planned out, you can just show up on your film day and check, knock them out super fast. The 1-day system is for people that may not have 2 days to commit to content every single week, and you just need to do, everything on Sunday. You're gonna be filming videos you've saved throughout the week to remix. Talked about the remix strategy on here before, but essentially what the remix strategy is, for those of you that don't know, is you're finding already proven viral content on social media to essentially just remake with small tweaks. That's the very broad overview. The easiest way to go about doing this is create saved collections, saved folders on TikTok and Instagram. And then when you're scrolling through TikTok throughout the fucking week, primarily look for videos that you can remix, save them, and go back to remake them 1 day a week. That's essentially it. As you're doom scrolling on the toilet or laying in bed with your significant other at night and you're watching videos, if you see something that you think you can remake, save it to the folder, and then on your film day, go back through that folder, pick 5 to 7 videos to remake for the following week, and knock them out. Moving on to our next strategy here, we have storytelling content. And now I'm gonna talk about what that means here in a second, but I think this is the most useful and the most passive for business owners. Essentially what you're gonna be doing is turning what you're already doing on a regular basis into something that's consumable online. Essentially miking up somebody and having a cameraman follow them around. The only bottleneck with this is you do need a visually demonstratable product or service within your business. Every time this has worked in the past for my clients, it has been with a service-based business. We have a couple examples down here below. We have med spas literally went and had somebody film a fucking facelift. This guy's face in this video right here, there's a person on the table with their face folded over their face. It's disgusting. We didn't obviously show that in the video, but we did mic up the surgeon and have him talk through that while he's doing it. And I can confidently tell you that not a single other plastic surgeon has done content like that on social media. Underneath it, we have another example that had 370 or 330,000 views, and it's essentially somebody removing a cherry angioma from somebody's face and talking through, why they had it, what it is. It's a very common thing with a lot of people, so it did well on social media. We've done pest control, where literally this top video with 4 million views is essentially a pest control specialist walking up to one of those black boxes on the side of a building and just explaining what the hell it is. Underneath that, we have another one on an actual job where there's a mice infestation within a house, and he's talking through removing it as he actually just does it. Like, he had to get called out to this job. We went with him, just mic'd him up and asked him questions while he was doing his shit that he had to do, whether there was a videographer there or not. That's the glory of this filming strategy. We have roofing, doing roof inspections after hailstorms, going door to door, doing sales and just recording the sales pitch at the door. And then we have plumbing, same situation as pest control and roofing, just went to a house to inspect a plumbing call that they got and mic'd the owner of the business up, documented him going through and doing some sort of inspection while he was doing it, 1 million views. So as you can see, this is super effective for service-based businesses. And the reason that a lot of home improvement business will sign up with us is because we can systematize all of this. They have a plethora of content for their social media every single month, and they don't need to do anything extra apart from what they're already doing. So those are the 2 most effective filming strategies that I've implemented with any of my clients over the last 3 years. I recommend you pick one. I did mention that I was gonna show you guys how to find videographers, because with both of these strategies, it does require you to have somebody to obviously film it, unless you're going to be doing the weekly personal brand or solopreneur filming yourself. So going down here to hiring a videographer, we're gonna cover the 3 most effective ways to hire a videographer. Number 1, gotta put it in there, hire us. We send out videographers no matter where you are in the United States, as long as you are located near a major city. But I will say, only go click that first link in the description if you are a founder that's willing to appear in content, you have a demonstratable product or service, you're open to creative and entertaining ideas, and you're committed for at least the next 6 months. Number 2 is Instagram. And now I thought I was really sneaky when I found this method, but if you can find real estate content in your city using hashtags, then stalking the living shit out of the realtors producing the nice, well-documented content, most of the time you can find the videographers they're working with. And the reason that I like getting real estate videographers most of the time to do shoots for my clients is because they already have the gear, they have the gimbals, the 4K cameras, the lenses, the filters, the mics, the lighting, all that good stuff. Your other option for Instagram is just posting a story and offering a referral fee. Usually I'll pay $100, $200, $300 for somebody to refer me a videographer in a specific city if I cannot find one through one of these other methods. Next is going to be the Nova app. This is an app on your iPhone, it might be on Android, but it's specifically for creatives to find/offer their services. This is what the app looks like on the App Store. I have no affiliation with it, but I will talk about it because it's great. You can go on there and you can do a job listing for, say I just did one recently in Kansas City to find somebody. You can say, I need a videographer in Kansas City, these hours, this is the price we're going to pay. And you can get a bunch of super professional cinematographers and videographers to get notified of this job posting and reach out to you. I'll pop a screenshot up, but we had 80 views on the job posting, and out of the 80, 10% of them messaged us to apply for the job position. So it's super great. I will say there is a application process that's quite lengthy. I had to wait a couple months and ended up just bugging the shit out of their support email to approve me because I needed somebody ASAP. But you can also find photographers, you can find graphics designers, sound design artists, motion graphics artists, like you can find anything on there. It's fantastic. With that being said, those are the filming systems that we implement with clients to keep them from burning out, and it's what I recommend you implementing if you are a business owner. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and go check out some of those videos I mentioned regarding content strategy. I think you'll get a lot from them. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.